Alex Chavez's presentation. I've had the luxury of getting to work with him for the past 7 years, and something that I know about Alex, he's generally pretty quiet, at least in my classroom. But he has an intensity about him. And when he finds something that he's really passionate about, like music or other things, he really, really digs in. And it's been so fun to see him grow in my classroom. Not only learning music, but becoming a leader for other students. So please welcome him with a warm welcome of applause.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to coming to my presentation. My name is Chavez, or as you all know me by Alex. And this is my presentation of my past high school years. Sorry. So we're gonna start out with my education. I'll be graduating with a GPA of 3.46 and a total college credits of 35. I've taken the whole calculus series and also math 101, which is real world math, or about stocks or how to finance yourself. I've also taken public speaking to help speak in front of large crowds or in front of important people such as you guys, and just to improve my skills overall. So, as you could tell, I've had a lot of math classes on my education slide. That's because it's one of my favorite classes. I understand it easily. Ms. Sorensen, she teaches it very fun. She makes it interactive and just overall a fun class to look forward to and to think back to as I grow older. Also taken band since 6th grade for 7 years, as Mr. Brown mentioned. I've had so much fun in that class. I've played a variety of instruments in order: trumpet, tenor sax, I played trombone, and baritone sax. I've learned all of them, but trumpet pretty quickly since I understood the music pretty. I understood the directions and like how to physically play the instruments thoroughly, and it's fun to learn new things and just makes me happy, you know. I've gotten a couple awards. I've gotten the All Trimester Award from being in the band for 12 full trimesters without missing a single one. I've also gotten the Drum Major Award since I was the drum major with Gabe Severton for my high school band career. And this year for marching band. I've also gotten first place in the tennis jamboree, which was a little tournament with everyone who's not continuing forward, district, statewide. And it was a lot of fun. It was tough. Me and Jaden, we went up against a team, and we lost pretty badly. We haven't scored a point on them. But in the final round, we faced against off of them. It was a close match, and we overcame them, and we've succeeded first place. And it was just a fun time to be with Jaden at that moment. I've had a couple leadership roles in my high school career. Last year I was a teacher assistant for Mr. Brown for 6th grade during 4th period. And that's when I was playing trombone, learning with them as well, and teaching them the slide positions and how to tongue your instrument and play the music correctly. I was also an intern for Mrs. Whitney this year, the last trimester, where I've helped kids learn where I've helped kids learn music and little rhythm practices, and I've helped her organize her classroom for students to come in, and it taught me how it would be like to teach a elementary class. I was also the drum major, as I said before, for this trimester, and this was a huge role for me since I haven't been in front of a huge crowd, with him. If I make a mistake, like, over here during the concert, the baton got stuck on the cape a couple of times. It didn't care much to me because it's better to laugh at something than to beat yourself up over it. I've had a couple of community services. I've done 45 hours of community service. The Haunted Mansion from my freshman to junior year. The Haunted Boat for my senior year, this year, in the beginning of the year. And the trick-or-treating food drive for the Interact Club, where we went around and got perishable foods collected from houses around town. So these are my favorite community service, where at Christmas, near around winter, there was a holiday extravaganza where me, Jaden, Kevin, and Brian, we helped set up for people to come sell their handmade goods. And it's fun seeing the people just welcome you. I got a small discount, like $5 to $3 for a little bag of cookies, which they tasted good. I ate them with McDonald's. It was fun. And my favorite of all time, near the end, I was kind of procrastinating a bit, needing 12 hours of community service left. I asked Dada to help me if she knew anyone who needed community service. So she asked her coworkers. Her coworkers got someone for me, and we grinded out 12 hours over the span of 2 days with Brian and Kevin, where we raked tumbleweeds, we raked fields, we picked up tumbleweeds from the side of the road, we cleaned out the water from tires, which is there's a lot of tires. It was really nasty. And we've also raked arenas on the last day, which was pretty tough. Brian, he went and got his bike, tried to tie the rakes and everything to the bike, but it didn't work out. But it's just a fun experience. I'm proud of my grade in calculus. It was a pretty tough class for me at first, the first trimester, but it got easier over on, and on the second trimester, I finished with an A minus, finishing the first trimester with a B plus. But Ms. Sorensen, she told me how people usually struggle with the second trimester more than the first one, which made me feel better about myself because I was understanding it more than I thought I would. It's calculus. I was expecting it to be like really challenging, difficult, but since Sorensen told me that, it just made me happy, made me feel so special, and it was just a lot of fun in that class, especially since Sorensen was teaching it. I'm very passionate about band, as you can see, with Mr. Brown being my teacher, and I'm very happy he's the teacher of the band, Manson Band class. I've played a lot of instruments thanks to Mr. Brown being flexible with me, always allowing me to switch instruments. I switch pretty often. And thanks to my dad for renting the tenor sax. Without him I wouldn't have been a part of this class or in this room itself. We've also went to UW Band Day, where around 50 or so bands, we gathered up, we played with the University of Washington band. It was a really cool experience, since hearing them is a whole nother level from than just hearing our band, hearing the marching bands down there. Just way different than I thought it would be. The sound, it would echo off the bleachers, the stadium, and it was just, it's really cool to hear them. Thank you, Mr. Brown, for that experience. For grit, I worked really hard on tennis. I did it with Stefan and Jaden, which was a lot of fun, and Ocean as well. At first I came at it thinking that, it's tennis, it can't be that hard, it looks so easy, I wasn't really humble at it at first. and I got humbled. I was launching the ball left and right. I didn't know where to. Stephen experienced it with me. We both didn't know where to land the ball, and my serves are not the best. I'm better at playing net than back out back, and I've worked really hard to like hone in my skills and be a better player overall. Watching the varsity players play, watching them how they swing their racket. I was about to say baton because I'm used to using baton. But it was a great experience overall. It's a fun sport. That's really my number one sport that I've ever participated in. I've been I've done almost every sport here available except football. I've done tennis, as you can see, wrestling, track and field for my since 8th grade with Brian and Cameron. Near 8th grade, I was with Brian and Cameron. 9th through 11th, I was with Cameron. We made it fun. We would wait for our events. After that, we would just like relax it and just walk around and make friends. We actually made a friend from Brewster over there. And in Brewster during a meet, which we kept meeting during every meet, and it was a lot of fun to make friends. Wrestling, thank you, Miss Lovelace, for allowing me to be a part of the team. It was really fun. I'm sorry I couldn't do it this year. My appendix kind of exploded, and I had to get surgery. I couldn't, I did it last year. I couldn't do wrestling this year. After the second day of practice, it was hurting the next morning, and that's where me and my mom, we went to the ER, got it checked out. I wasn't expecting it to be anything big, but it turns out that they weren't expecting it to be anything big either. But it turned out that my appendix was rupturing, and if I haven't gone that day, I would know if I would be here right now. Now that I think about it, it was scarier than I thought back then. So it was a fun stay with my mom. And tennis with Miss Sorensen. It was a lot of fun. Even if we were down lots of points, she hyped me, Stefan, and Jaden during the games. And even if we lost, we were still happy with ourselves because tennis is a sport that I could just lose and have fun. Unlike basketball, where if I lose, I wouldn't be put in it, and it wouldn't be as much fun for me. I've been a part of Chelan Valley Winds with Cameron, his cousin. He invited him to the community band, and so Cameron then invited me to the community band, which is a whole another level than this band here. Yeah, there's a huge variety of age gaps in there. There's alto sax player. He's old, I think. He's a great player. When you see a saxophone that's rusty, you know that player is going to be amazing. And yeah, it's a fun experience to look back on. And I'll definitely be doing it next year. I've been a part of Cat Club where we celebrate various activities that involve with cats. We didn't have actual cats in the building, but we decorated little ornaments to make them look like cats. We played games that would be cats. It was fun. I won a little bag of mini Kit Kats from one of those. It was fun. I was part of GSA Club, which is Gay Straight Alliance, which is a club where we help people become comfortable with themselves, find themselves, and just not judge based on what they want or anything. And pep bands. Since I started pep band, I think 8th grade, I went to one of them, trying it out, and I was playing trumpet, so it was 8th grade. It was fun. We would play constantly, and ever since I just kept going. And friends made it so much better since I was with Cameron and Gabe. and last year I was with Tere. So that was a lot of fun to be a part of. I hope I can come back next year and play with you guys. To prepare for my future careers and such, I did an internship with Mrs. Whitney. After I figured out I didn't want to become a veterinarian, I did an internship with Desiree Dodge at Yuppie Puppy where we would help clean animals, bathe them. I got to bathe one who's right here. It's a lot of fun. I did a networking interview with Mr. Rodriguez, who works over there at the Landing. He's the head chef over there, which helped me prepare for the interviews I've had with the casino lately. I've had 2 interviews. I was nervous, obviously, but this helped me with that. So I'm thankful for that. I'd like to think a huge shout out to Mr. Brown for always being one of my favorite teachers, if not the top of the top. He's made band so much fun. He let me play all these instruments. He introduced me to the band itself, and to top it off, he let me become the drum major of the Hanson marching band. I'd like to thank Mrs. Whitney for helping me intern for her, helping me just help her out in general. Without her, I wouldn't know what teaching an elementary class would be like. And every time I would see her outside of school, she would come up to me, give me a hug. She'd be like, "Oh, it's one of my people, it's one of my students." It just makes me happy. And Miss Thorns, she would make complicated topics simple and easy to learn, and she made her whole course just a whole fun class. I've taken so many classes with her. I'm glad I did it. It's helped me prepare for how hard math would be. And I finished calculus. And if she wasn't there, I don't think I would have been interested in any math at all, even though it's one of my strong suits. She just made the whole course and class a great experience after all. I'd like to say my thanks to friends, give them a huge shout out. Here's me, Kevin, Brian, and Oshan. After decorating cookies, this is prom last year. This was just Monday. We all took a picture. This was last year where I played trombone for the marching band. And here's Jace, with his gift card. I don't know. Without them, I wouldn't be as happy as I am right now. They make school something to look forward to and something great to look back on. I'd like to thank my family. Without them, they helped me when I would come back home. I would just be myself. I'm not sure. Alondra, Sarah, Gabby, Junior, if you were here. Tere, Dad, Mom, Fred, Chewy. Thank you all. You too. I'd just like to thank you all just for being everything. Mamá, gracias por estar conmigo por toda mi vida. Y papá, gracias por cantando el saxofón, por enseñándome las cosas de carro, como que era ayer, antier, cuando cambiaste el aceite. Gracias por todo. So, for my next steps, I will be, after high school, I will be going to Wenatchee Valley College, where I will hopefully get a music degree and an automotive degree. Since I like to learn how things work and working on cars. And as Cameron said, they're just huge Legos that one piece makes another